Welcome to a new video of Epic Myths Unveiled. This time, we'll explore perhaps the most beautiful yet most feared mythical creature there is, the dragon. We tell the story behind these majestic creatures, show you exactly what they look like, and take you through the most famous and magnificent dragons from around the world. But before we begin, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel to see more epic myths being unveiled. Brace yourself for an extraordinary flight. This is the Dragon Unveiled. In the tapestry of human mythology, few creatures command as much awe and reverence as the dragon. Across cultures and epochs, from the soaring peaks of the Himalayas to the sun-kissed shores of ancient Greece, the myth of the dragon has woven its serpentine coils into the very fabric of our collective imagination. In its myriad forms, the dragon stands as a symbol of power, wisdom, and the eternal struggle between chaos and order. At the heart of nearly every dragon myth lies the duality of its nature, a creature both fearsome and majestic, capable of unleashing fiery devastation or bestowing blessings upon those deemed worthy. To some, the dragon is a harbinger of doom, its scales glinting like obsidian in the moonlight as it swoops down from the heavens to lay waste to villages and kingdoms. To others, it's a guardian spirit, its shimmering wings outstretched in protection over sacred treasures and ancient realms. In the ancient civilizations of Asia, dragons were revered as celestial beings, symbols of imperial power and divine authority. In Chinese mythology, the dragon is a creature of great wisdom and benevolence, ruling over the elements with grace and majesty. Emperors claimed descent from dragon ancestors, and the dragon dance became a sacred ritual performed to honor their celestial benefactors. Meanwhile, in the mythologies of Japan and Korea, dragons were often associated with water and rainfall, revered as bringers of fertility and prosperity to the land. In the West, dragons took on a different guise, embodying the primal forces of nature and their fiery breath and armored scales. In the tales of medieval Europe, dragons were the scourge of brave knights and noble maidens, guardians of hoarded treasure and fearsome adversaries in epic quests of heroism and valor. From the slumbering wyverns of Arthurian legend to the cunning serpents of Norse sagas, dragons loomed large in the imaginations of storytellers, their legends passed down through generations as cautionary tales and moral allegories. But perhaps it is in this intersection of cultures and traditions that the true essence of the dragon is revealed, a creature whose mythic presence transcends borders and boundaries. Whether as a symbol of cosmic order or primordial chaos, the dragon continues to captivate and inspire, its serpentine form winding its way through the annals of human history, forever entwined with our deepest hopes, fears, and dreams. Now that we know a bit more about the history of the dragon, it's time to learn more about different types of dragons. In mythology and folklore from cultures around the world, dragons come in a wide array of forms, each possessing its own unique characteristics, powers, and symbolism. While specific details may vary depending on the culture and region, several common types of dragons appear across different mythologies. The Western Dragon. Western dragons are perhaps the most widely recognized type of dragon in popular culture. These creatures typically have large, bat-like wings, sharp claws, and formidable horns. They are often depicted as fire-breathing, reptilian beasts hoarding treasure in remote lairs and terrorizing nearby villages. In European mythology, dragons symbolize chaos, greed, and the forces of darkness, serving as adversaries to heroes and knights on quests of bravery. Eastern dragons. Eastern dragons, found in Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and Vietnamese mythology, differ significantly from their Western counterparts. These dragons are considered benevolent and wise creatures, associated with water, rain, and power of the heavens. Eastern dragons typically lack wings and are often depicted with long, serpentine bodies adorned with colorful scales and flowing manes. They are revered as symbols of prosperity, protection, and imperial authority, and their appearance is believed to bring blessings of abundance and fortune. The Hydra. In Greek mythology, the Hydra is a multi-headed serpent-like creature with regenerative abilities. When one of its heads is cut off, two more grow in its place, making it a nearly invincible opponent. The Hydra is often depicted as a symbol of chaos and the perils of unchecked power, with heroes such as Heracles facing the daunting task of defeating it. Wyverns. Wyverns are creatures similar in appearance to Western dragons, but with distinct features, such as only having 2 legs instead of 4. In some traditions, wyverns are considered lesser dragons or distant relatives of true dragons. They're often portrayed as aggressive and territorial creatures, feared by villagers and adventurers alike. Drakes. Drakes are smaller, lesser dragons commonly found in European folklore. Unlike their larger counterparts, drakes lack the intelligence and magical abilities of true dragons. They're often depicted as wingless, lizard-like creatures that inhabit remote caves and marshes, preying on livestock and unwary travelers. Amphitheres. Amphitheres are serpent-like dragons with feathered wings, often depicted in heraldry and medieval art. While less common in mythological tales, they are sometimes associated with guardianship and protection, appearing as symbols of strength and valor. These are just a few examples of the diverse range of dragons found in mythology. Across cultures and civilizations, dragons continue to captivate the human imagination, serving as symbols of power, wisdom, and the eternal struggle between light and darkness. Finally, we introduce you to 3 of the most famous dragons in the world. We will show you the dragons from different continents, each with a different story, appearance, and history. So fast forward and get to know these majestic creatures. The Chinese dragon. In the vast expanse of ancient China, where mist-shrouded mountains rise like titans and rivers flow with the wisdom of the ages, there exists a creature of unparalleled majesty and power, the Chinese dragon. With its sinuous body coiled like an endless river, adorned with scales shimmering like precious gems, and crowned with antlers reminiscent of the noblest of beasts, the Chinese dragon is a symbol of celestial might and imperial authority. Legend has it that the story of the Chinese dragon dates back thousands of years to the dawn of civilization itself. Born from the primordial chaos of the cosmos, the dragon is said to embody the elemental forces of nature: water, fire, earth, and air, all bound together in perfect harmony. Its serpentine form twists and turns through the heavens, weaving the threads of fate and fortune for mortals below. The Chinese dragon's appearance is a reflection of its divine lineage, with each aspect of its form imbued with symbolic significance. Its long, sinuous body represents the ever-flowing river of time, while its scales symbolize the ancient wisdom of the universe. The dragon's fierce gaze pierces through the veil of reality, while its mighty claws and jaws are capable of rending the very fabric of existence. But the Chinese dragon is not merely a creature of myth and legend, it's also a guardian spirit, watching over the land and its people with benevolent eyes. In times of prosperity, the dragon dances through the skies in celebration, bringing rain and abundance to the earth below. In times of strife, it stands as a stalwart defender, shielding the weak from harm and guiding the righteous along the path of righteousness. One of the most famous tales involving the Chinese dragon is the legend of the Dragon Boat Festival. According to tradition, the festival commemorates the death of the poet Wu Yuan, who drowned himself in the Miluo River as a protest against government corruption. In order to prevent fish and evil spirits from devouring Wu Yuan's body, villagers threw rice dumplings wrapped in bamboo leaves into the river. They also beat drums and splashed their paddles in the water to scare away the creatures. Over time, these rituals evolved into the Dragon Boat Festival, with dragon boat races held in honor of Wu Yuan's memory. Today, the Chinese dragon remains an enduring symbol of strength, wisdom, and prosperity, revered by people around the world for its timeless beauty and timeless significance. Its story continues to inspire awe and wonder, reminding us of the power of myth to transcend the boundaries of time and space and to unite us in our shared humanity. The European dragon. In the heart of medieval Europe, where mist-clad forests whisper ancient secrets and castle walls echo with the clang of swords, there exists a creature of legend and lore, the European dragon. With its massive wings spanning the breadth of a cathedral and scales gleaming like burnished armor, the European dragon is a fearsome guardian of treasure and terror of the countryside. The story of the European dragon traces its origins to the sagas and epics of old, where heroes clashed with monstrous beasts in epic battles of valor and cunning. One of the most famous tales featuring the European dragon is that of St. George and the Dragon. According to legend, the fearsome dragon terrorized the kingdom of Silene, demanding a tribute of sheep to appease its insatiable hunger. Desperate to save his people, the king offered his own daughter as a sacrifice to the beast. Enter St. George, a brave knight renowned for his valor and piety. Riding forth on his noble steed, with lance held high and shield emblazoned with the cross of Christ, St. George confronted the dragon in its lair. A fierce battle ensued, with the dragon breathing fire and spewing venom in a desperate bid to defend its hoard of treasure. But St. George, guided by his faith and courage, prevailed against the beast, piercing its heart with his lance and freeing the kingdom from its tyranny. In European mythology, the dragon is often depicted as a symbol of chaos and malevolence, a creature of darkness and destruction lurking in the shadows of the unknown. Its serpentine form and fiery breath evoke primal fears and primal instincts, reminding mortals of the dangers that lie beyond the safety of civilization's walls. Yet despite its fearsome reputation, the European dragon is also a creature of great complexity and nuance. In some stories, it's portrayed as a guardian of wisdom and knowledge, its treasure hoard a testament to the treasures of the mind and spirit. In others, it's a shapeshifter and trickster, capable of assuming human form and luring unsuspecting travelers into its clutches. The image of the European dragon has endured throughout the ages, its likeness carved into stone and painted on tapestries, its legend passed down from generation to generation. Today it remains a potent symbol of the eternal struggle between good and evil, light and darkness, courage and cowardice. And though the days of knights and dragons may be long gone, the spirit of the European dragon lives on in the hearts and minds of those who dare to dream of worlds beyond the mundane, where heroes still ride forth to battle the forces of darkness, and dragons still soar through the skies. The Mexican Quetzalcoatl. In the vibrant tapestry of Mexican mythology, amidst the ruins of ancient civilizations and the whispers of jungle foliage, there exists a celestial being of profound significance. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. With its resplendent plumage shimmering like an iridescent rainbow and its sinuous body coiling like a river in motion, Quetzalcoatl is both a deity and a symbol of renewal, wisdom, and creation. The story of Quetzalcoatl originates from the rich mythology of the Aztec civilization, where it was revered as one of the most important gods in the pantheon. According to legend, Quetzalcoatl was the creator of humanity, who descended from the heavens to breathe life into the world and shape the destiny of mankind. As the god of wind, air, and knowledge, Quetzalcoatl embodied the duality of creation and destruction, weaving the threads of fate with its serpentine form. In artistic depictions, Quetzalcoatl is often portrayed as a magnificent serpent with feathers adorning its body, reflecting the vibrant colors of the Quetzal bird, from which it takes its name. Its elongated form coils and twists with the graceful fluidity of a river, while its eyes gleam with the wisdom of the ages. In some representations, Quetzalcoatl is depicted with a human-like face, symbolizing its divine intellect and a connection to humanity. But the story of Quetzalcoatl is not without its trials and tribulations. According to myth, Quetzalcoatl was locked in an eternal struggle with its dark counterpart, Tezcatlipoca, the god of night and sorcery. In a moment of weakness, Quetzalcoatl was tricked by Tezcatlipoca into committing a grievous sin, leading to its eventual downfall and exile from the heavens. Heartbroken and filled with remorse, Quetzalcoatl departed from the mortal realm, vowing to one day return and bring about a new era of enlightenment and peace. Despite its absence, the legacy of Quetzalcoatl endured among the people of ancient Mexico, who continued to worship and honor the feathered serpent as a symbol of hope and renewal. Temples and pyramids were erected in its honor, adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures depicting its divine form. Even today, the spirit of Quetzalcoatl lives on in Mexican culture, where it's celebrated in festivals, rituals, and artistic expressions that pay homage to the timeless wisdom and enduring legacy of the feathered serpent. Thank you for joining us on this fantastical adventure into the myth of the dragon. Until next time, may your spirit soar with the dragons of legend. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to help us grow this channel and unveil even more epic myths. Also, let us know what other topics we can explore. We hope to see you again in the next video.